Alright, finally made it inside. Got some air conditioning on my face, which at that point in my life was crucial to my survival. I was blown away at how big this was. Even at this point, I could tell this was huge. I had no idea these things were this popular, drew this many people. I don't know if it's just Orlando, if it's across the country. It's probably across the country. Yeah, I mean, look at this. They got like 30 lines here. People are waiting. It took probably 30 minutes to get through this line. And then you still had to activate the RFID pass they gave you. It was a real pain. But we'll get in eventually. Almost there. Almost there. Finally made it inside against all odds. So you get through the line, you get to the window, they scan the QR code on your ticket, and they hand you this RFID badge. And then you gotta whip out your phone and activate this badge. And, you know, guess what 10 million people are trying to do at the same time, so the network is slow and sluggish, and it took forever to get that process done, and I was just not impressed with the whole setup. But finally through all that, inside, here's Megacon. Okay, so finally got a video where I could talk a little bit. Like I said, this is my first time ever going to something like this, going to Comic-Con. My first impression was, it's the biggest Halloween party you've ever been to. You can see the costumes. Costumes were unbelievable. They're just fantastic. People really love this stuff. And it was packed. See how packed it is? This is Florida. I know what you're thinking. I came home with COVID. As far as I know, I didn't. A few days after I got back, I did have a little tickle in my throat. But I went and took a test. It was negative. I'm surprised because this place is packed inside. Just look at this. I mean, this is one of the premier spots for people watching. Who's in front of me? What is that, like a two-pronged pitchfork? What is that? We got some tattoos of anime characters on the right. I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a place with zero judgment, oh, there I am checking my review again. If you're looking for a place with zero judgment, this is it. There is nobody. You can wear anything. Nobody is going to talk any junk to you whatsoever in a place like this. You can totally be yourself. And that's completely allowed. I have no idea what character this is in front of me. None whatsoever. Does anybody know? Drop a line in the comments. Yeah, superheroes, stuff I've never seen before, a lot of Star Wars. I saw some Star Trek. Of course, these booths are selling everything under the sun. It was really fantastic. Really a lot of fun. I'm glad I went. Ooh, found me a T-Rex. I can't imagine, you know, as high as I was outside, I can't imagine wearing that thing out there. That's got to be just like a plastic bag. But yeah, you can see we're in the food court here. The beer's ahead of us. Don't worry, we're getting to the beer. All right, there's the stage. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot to say. Oh, there's the beer, the Dragon's Milk. See the Dragon's Milk on the right? That was a long line. That was the only place selling beer in the entire thing. But they were selling these 11% stouts, which are awesome. You drink one of those, it slapped. We were feeling it. There it is, Dragon's Milk, straight ahead. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say. I just kind of went open camera on this whole thing. My friend had already got her picture at this point, I think. We actually went to a couple of classes. Those were interesting. So, you know, aside from all the booths and whatever all this is, they're actually doing classes where, you know, people who are in this... Is that a bounty hunter from Star Wars? I don't know what he's dressed up as either. But, yeah, so the first class we went to was about video editing, which was kind of on point for me because, you know, I do a little video editing. But unfortunately for me, it was too advanced. I mean, she was a professional. It was interesting to listen to her talk about her career, you know, just for my professional prospects, I guess. She said she's bounced around a lot of different studios. Has done all kind of editing, a lot of different projects. There's some Star Wars stuff. Yeah, probably got paid to get your picture taken with R2-D2. see some lightsabers, so that's more Star Wars stuff. But yeah, she was mentioning software I hadn't really heard of. I use Caden Live to put all my videos together. It's free. What's up, Chewy? It's free, open source. She was talking about some Adobe tools, some other things I haven't heard of. But she was like, yeah, I know people in the audience were asking, like, how do you get into that role? And she's just like, just put yourself out there, just apply to a bunch of different things, go get some certificates, keep working at it. So that part was kind of interesting, just listening to her talk about her career. I always love watching, seeing, hearing what people are good at. And so that was very interesting to me. That's some of the more things. Just walking the aisles. Yeah, so the second class we went to was about YouTube. It was two guys who apparently made it big on YouTube. I mean, I've never heard of them, but I think they do movie reviews or something. And that also was interesting because, well, you know, I'm on YouTube and I'm getting like 5 views a video, and that's fine. I never started this for anything. I started it with diving, so my dad could live vicariously through me. That's why I started putting videos on YouTube. It's since expanded to everything I do, and what I learned in the class was that's bad. He said, you need to make your channel focus on something, and he talked about Ghostbusters. Who are you gonna call? And he talked about what did he say? Oh, YouTube's algorithm for like recommending next videos. He was big on that. Like, he said, you want to get locked in. If you're gonna make it on YouTube, you want to get locked in on YouTube recommending your videos. And he said, in order to do that, you gotta like pick one thing to do your videos about. You gotta pick a niche. You gotta find a niche. A niche. Niche. Is that the American versus French way of saying it? I don't know. You gotta pick a niche. And you know, go down that road. And that's the total opposite of what I do. My videos are all over the place. I got mostly diving videos because that's what I do. You know, I got Renaissance Festival videos. Now I got Megacon videos. I'm gonna have air show videos. Pretty much everything I do. I got snow romps. You know, romping through the snow. I got those videos. It's, I don't know. I kind of do this for me. I'm never expecting to get more than 10 views a video. It was an interesting class. I heard say that, but you know. So behold, grab bag of things that I do. Here's Megacon. All right, just walking the aisles. Is that a leprechaun in front of me? I don't know. Ooh, that's a blue bear. Oh, all right, Wonder Woman. Hey, all right. There's some. So at this point, my friend was back from her picture. She took it with Elijah Wood and Samwise Gamgee, aka Sean Astin. We actually went to a fireside chat with the 4 actors who played the Hobbits in The Lord of the Rings later in the day. That was really cool. Had to wait in line for a long time. She bought those tickets. And that was really interesting. Elijah Wood has not aged a day. Not a day.
I just realized we have to go south.
We're going south, says my friend. Yeah, we're actually on our way to the first class, I believe, that I talked about last segment. Ooh, there's a guy from Halo. Is that Master Chief? You guys play Halo? I never did.
It's an S.
Oh man, there's the dude from Final Fantasy VII with the Buster Sword. I can't remember his name. I never played that game, although I have watched a few reviews of it online. Playthroughs at least. One review, one playthrough. You guys ever seen Spoonie One on YouTube? He's hilarious. He takes these old vintage video games and plays through them and just like talks shit about them all the time. I find it very entertaining. Yeah, he did Final Fantasy VII and just ripped on it the whole time. It was fun. Yeah, he talked about the fanboys. We just saw one at the beginning of this video. I can't remember the character's name, but I recognize the Buster Sword. I think there's like a gun attached to that sword or something. Although I could be getting that confused with something else. I never have been a big Final Fantasy fan. I just never got into that. I mean, to each their own. I'm not knocking it at all. I'd probably enjoy it. Maybe I'd enjoy it if I had played it, but I just never got into those games. What we got going on here? More costumes, more boots. I don't know which part that is. Some t-shirts on the right. Everything under the sun is for sale. It was actually really cool. I kind of wish I'd bought some things. I did not. You know, I flew here. Had to fit in the luggage really well, so that was a big part. Got some souvenirs. I definitely want to fit. Oh, okay. This was upstairs, 3rd, 4th level. A little bit of ways away from the crowd. This is actually the level where the class, well, the first class we took was on this level, I think. Maybe it was one below. The fireside chat with the hobbits was definitely on this level in a conference room. Yeah, that's a mass of people. Just so many people walking in and out of here. Round and round. This side to that side. Very busy. Very busy. Alright. Just a few more segments left. So I'm heading on down the stairs. Person with the purple wings had the same thought. And here comes, what is this guy wearing? Is that a flower on his chest? Man, I think I'd be getting yelled at by some true fans here. I don't know what half these costumes are. Not even half. I did see quite a few wings. Wings were popular. Yeah, if you guys hear some kind of whooshing in the background, I do have my fan on. It's just freaking hot. So fan stays on. Just gonna have to deal with the extra noise. Oh, look, there's a guy dressed up as a cop. No, I think that was a cop. Yeah, this is just my, I think this is my longest open camera mic, or open camera take. Just walking around, that's all I was doing here, as you've undoubtedly already seen. Just taking it all in. Lots of characters showing up to something like this. What not? I wonder what they're selling. Looks fancy. Normally when I do my commentary, I'm, oh, that is a huge mallet. Who is that? I have no idea what character that is. Reminds me of, apparently it's on. Is that a Mandalorian? I think there's been plenty of Mandalorians walking around. But I was saying that gigantic mallet reminds me of, what was that game on original Game Boy? Kirby's Dream Land. Yes. You guys ever play that game? I think the main boss man in that game had a gigantic mallet that he used to pummel your ass with. That was a fun game. And the second one, Kirby's Dream Land 2, that was really good. It's probably like 5 times as long as the first one. And man, this mallet, it's just, I was impressed with the mallet. Looks like I was following it for a while. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, in fact, definitely sure, that has nothing to do with Kirby's Dream Land, so I don't know what he's from, but what are they selling there? Man, I just could not believe how big this thing was. Got all the action figures going on the right. Oh man, we used to. So my bro and I, we were huge fans of. Whoa, that's a serious Batman costume. Huge fans of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles growing up, and so we got all the action figures. You know, I don't know what they cost back then. I'm sure they're, you know, inflation-wise, just as expensive as they are now. But yeah, and then a few years later, we got into BB guns, and we spent formidable years of our youth shooting up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures with BB guns in the backyard. That was a lot of fun, actually. And, whoa, Jason coming out of nowhere. Or Jason, Michael Myers. Jeez, what am I saying? Yeah, if you go dig on the ground back there in our backyard, I'm sure you'll be finding little bits and pieces of plastic from those things for centuries to come. But we probably destroyed hundreds of dollars worth of toys. But all right, this one's about to wrap up. See you in the next one. Ooh, a couple more Mandalorians. Oh, out of my way, Sith Lord. White man with blue eyes coming through. Jabba, come here. I have your lightsaber. Are those Mandalorians? I don't even know. I have not watched that series. I'm not huge into the Star Wars. I mean, I watch the movies, but I'm not crazy about them. I'm more of a Star Trek fan myself, actually. At least the next generation. Yeah, I don't know what characters those are. Dark Carnival. Interesting. Did they dress their kid up? I didn't see. Just Spider-Man. Did see a lot of Spider-Mans. In fact, they had when I was walking in, I didn't get a picture of it. But when I was walking in, they had a photo placed specifically for Spider-Man, I think, and there was like 10 of them standing there at the time. That's shiny. I'll get their picture taken at once. That was interesting. Cool if you dressed up as Spider-Man, I guess. There's some serious wings. Those are the best wings I saw all day. Wow, I feel like you could almost take off with those suckers. Sure, right there pedaling. Got some medieval weaponry shields on the left there. More decoration and function. Serious yellow helmet there. Man, yeah, it was just miles and miles of this all day. It was 2 days, 3 days. We only went 1 day, of course. This is it. Final segment. Yeah, this was really cool. Obviously, they were creating this thing live. But anyways, folks, running out of time here. Thanks again to my friend for showing me around Disneyland. Disney World, like a true professional, and dragging me to Megacon. It was a weekend of new experiences, and I really enjoyed it. Maybe I'll get back down there again, but until then, I got some air show coming up next. You guys take it easy. I'll see you next time.